everybody. So I'm excited today to share with you my Hello Spring palette that I put together for you guys. I'm super excited about it. When I was thinking about spring and I was thinking about putting together some colors and stuff that I thought I would want to wear in the spring, I think my mind immediately went to like all of the really light pastel-y colors, and then I was like, no, that's not really springy. I just kind of am thinking about like summer around the corner and just kind of being ready to warm things up and stuff like that. And so I put together this palette because all the colors are really warm except for the Emerald City, which is the green here, which I just thought was so springy because you look around and everything is green, everything is in bloom. It's so fun and beautiful. So I'm going to show you guys some fun looks you can get using this cute palette. So we've got On Wednesdays, which is like a shimmery pink, Emerald City, Bubba, which is like a really nice warm like medium brown, and then Kin, which is like a kind of medium dark purple. And we're going to actually use that as our dark color today. So even though it's not a super dark color, I feel like I don't ever want to do anything super dark aside from maybe for like a date night or something in the spring. Like you just kind of want to brighten everything up a little bit. And so that's what we're going to do today. Brighten and warm everything up. So I'm really excited. And just so you guys are aware too, if you decide that you want to try any one of my eyeshadow palettes, here's the Hello Spring one. It does come with your choice of square compact, or you can get the quad compact. Let me find one here. So the quad compact actually holds 8, so you could fit 4, and then you have room to grow and hold more, or you can just fill up the little square compact. So right now I'm just going through and kind of color correcting a little bit. So I'm using my amber and going through and cutting all this redness on my nose, under my eyes. I've got some rosacea across my cheeks. I like to cut all of that. And then once I've kind of got all that redness cut, then I like to go through and brighten back up. Hey! All right. Okay, so kind of went through and color corrected that amber a little bit. I'm going to come in with my contour next. And this is one thing I love too, is that I find that throughout the year I need all different colors for my foundation. You know, obviously in the summer when you're tan you wear a different color, in the winter you wear another color, but I've kind of been finding that I'm switching little things here and there with the spring and the fall when you're kind of in those like little transition periods too. And it's so easy because these colors are all like individually purchased and made into your custom compacts. I love that I don't feel like I have to go out and buy some big like $60 foundation just because my skin's a little paler or my skin's a little tanner. I love that I feel like I can just switch out to the color I need and then switch back when I'm ready. And with every color only being $14, it's so easy to do. And free shipping. $14 and free shipping, like you just can't even beat that. Like you can't go get foundation at Target for $14 and I mean free shipping. Then you don't have to drag your kids in the store while you go get it. I don't know why that sounds so terrible to me. I try to avoid like going shopping with all my kids at all costs. Anybody else? Alright, so I'm just putting my contour on here. And then we'll go through and brighten everything up. So right now I'm using White Peach as my highlight color. So I'm going to come in here with my highlight color. do my under eye, which again we do in like a pie shaped piece. Try to make my light not totally burn me out here. And when you do this triangle shape, try to remember to take that all the way out to your temple, because you really want that nice high cheekbone to stretch all the way back. You don't want it to end right here. All right, let's come in and do this other side. I'm kind of jealous because a lot of my friends have their kids on spring break right now, and all my kids are back at school. I think we should have 2 spring breaks, I guess. Our normal one, and then when all of our friends have spring break. That should be fine, right? I'm like majorly getting spring fever. I'm ready. I'm ready for the kids to be done with school. Have a lazy routine for a minute. All right, just about done here. Hi. All right, I'm gonna brighten up right here. Just kind of drag that right out from that center point. You really want these center points to be your brightest, and then just kind of feather that into those darker or more contoured areas. And I like to use my brush to kind of blend all that. I mean, I'll go through with my blender and kind of melt everything together. But it's so nice when you can go through with your brush and get a lot of that blending done before you even go through with your perfector. I hit up the sides of my nose here, do that little bit of nose contour. Just kind of straighten that out a little bit. And put that highlight right down the center to really brighten that. And now that we look all crazy, I'm going to come in with my, I love to use this flat end of my detail hack brush. And let's see, I think today we're going to use Bear. Hey! And because Bear is part of my special this month, I really want you guys to see how pretty it is. So Bear is one of the colors that's included in my Mother's Day special. You can see it's like that perfect, soft, kind of mauve-y rose color. Just goes on so soft and so pretty. Just kind of right there on the apples of those cheeks. Let it kind of blend and melt right down into your contour. And then we'll go through now and blend everything out with my perfector here. Kind of blend out that nose contour. I don't really have a lot to blend under my under eye, but if you are starting to get or already have some nice little fine lines or wrinkles, you really just want to make sure that you don't have any excess makeup underneath here that can get trapped inside of those and clumped together. And that goes for any makeup that you use, any makeup line. You should always make sure that and it's kind of hard because you want to make sure that you're getting like great coverage there, because you're like, oh, I have dark circles, I've got wrinkles, I've got whatever going on. So you want like the best coverage you can get, but you want to make sure that you're not caking anything on right there, or else you're going to get creasing, which I have to say, I've had, you know, these little fine lines for a while now. And with so many makeup lines, when I would get this creasing, there's really nothing you can do about it. However, I love that with mascara, if I've, you know, been wearing my makeup all day and I run into the restroom and I'm doing a quick makeup check and I see a little bit of creasing, I can just like tap under my eyes just a little bit and it all just like melts back into place. I love that. And that is really something that you can only do when you're working with a cream foundation. If you're working with anything that sets or is dry like a powder, you really can't go back and fix that without kind of wiping things off and starting from scratch. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just get my eyebrows on, and then we'll get right started into our cute Hello Spring eye look. This way I don't have to stare at crazy eyebrows the whole time we're doing it. So, I'm still just loving this Know Your Angles brush. I love it so much for my eyebrows. It makes doing my eyebrows so much faster and easier. And we'll jump right in. I've always used like a cream eyebrow product. I am fairly new to using powder, like in the past maybe 9 months or so. But I really like it. What do you guys like to use for your eyebrows? Actually, I used pencil for years and years and years. And then when I started using creams and powders, I realized just how much more natural you can make it look when you've got some different products that you can use. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead, because I like to lump up my lips, and just use this back side. Take that little excess that is still sitting on this brush for my eyebrows and use it to kind of contour out around the bottom of my lips. So I wouldn't use this to like line your lips. This is really just kind of creating that little shadow down here. All right. Now we're ready to jump into our eye look. All right, so let's see here. All right, who's excited? All right, so there's so many things you could do with these kind of colors. So I am gonna do one look for you guys today that I think that would be probably the first look that I would do with something like this. But I have to say these two colors in particular together are one of my most favorite, just kind of basic eye looks. So I'm just gonna go in with my fluffy end here of my eyeshadow everything brush and just kind of do a wash with Bubba. I'm just taking that Bubba and I'm just kind of getting it across that whole eyelid, up into the crease, up to that brow bone. Just kind of window washer that to get it on so it's nice and even. Do you see how warm and pretty that color is? This color seriously looks good on everyone. It's so warm. It brings out all those golden tones if you've got brown eyes. Warms up if you've got green or blue. It's so pretty. Kind of warm up this side too. If you see, when I first go in with my brush, I try to hit kind of right about the middle. That way you're never putting a big, I don't want to say like a chunk of makeup, that's not it. But the makeup's not landing as heavy like right in the middle or right up here. You want it to land its heaviest right in the middle and then work it up into that inner corner so that it goes on nice and light in those areas and heavier through the middle. And it doesn't usually stay heavy through the middle because as you window washer it or window wiper, it's going to naturally kind of drag it out. It's kind of spread and blend everything so it doesn't stay heavy, if that makes sense. And then with this big brush, I'm just going to kind of come under here, drag just a little bit of that warmth underneath, kind of halo effect that. All right, now I'm going to come in with my On Wednesdays here. So this is a really soft, pretty, shimmery pink. And I'm coming in with my smaller end. And this time I'm going to kind of tap it in because I want to make sure that it goes on nice and thick, and you can really see the color and you can really see that shimmer. And this time I'm kind of hitting from that inner corner to about just past that midpoint of my eye. And I just love how the On Wednesdays and the Bubba just kind of blend. I think that like kind of coppery of the Bubba and the pink of the On Wednesdays just go so pretty together. Okay, make sure I got that even on both sides. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to come in with this Kin color. So this is this nice, pretty purple color. And I'm just going to get a little bit on the tip of my brush. And we're going to hit up this corner. So like I said, we're going to kind of use this as our contouring or darker color. But it's not a super, super dark color. So it's going to keep our look nice and bright and springy. So I'm just kind of hitting it right in that corner, kind of running right along my lash, and then kind of going up into that crease. Okay, and then I'm going to flip my brush over and use the other end and kind of make sure that those are all blending. Because you want that transition from one color to the next to be nice and soft. Okay, so now we're going to switch things up and do something really fun. Let's see here if I can get my brush. So now I'm going to come in here with my Emerald City. I'm using the small end of my brush, and if you look up and just kind of run this right under those lashes. So I'm going from about 2/3 of the way to that outer corner. And I'm going to do the same on this side. All right. Now I'm just going to kind of go through. Now that I've got the main application of that color on, I may have a little bit of residual color on my brush, but not much. I'm going to go through and just kind of blend that a little bit. because I don't want it to be just a thin line like an eyeliner. We want that to be our shadow down here, so. And I kind of like to buff back and forth. That way the little bit of residual color that's on your brush is gonna come off as you're buffing or blending, even on both sides. And every time I do this type of look with my eyeshadow, which I call two-tone, where I've got a completely different color underneath than what I do on my look on top, I think because it's just something different than what people are used to seeing all the time. You know, you may see someone wear a green eyeshadow or something like that, but they don't usually wear just green underneath and then warm pinks and browns and purples on top. And so doing something a little bit different like that, it just kind of like brings attention in a new way to your eyes, a different way. And I almost always get more compliments when I do a look like this than anything else, because people, for whatever reason, are just kind of drawn to it, which is pretty cool. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of my Stay Spray and squirt it on my hand. And I'm gonna dip the small end of my multitasker in there and get it nice and wet with my Stay Spray. And then I'm gonna come back into my little palette here, and I'm gonna pick up some of this Kin with now my moistened brush. And I'm gonna close my eye, and now I'm gonna put this Kin on as a liner up here. And this is one thing I love about these colors, is you just have so many options and so many possibilities of what you can do with them. It's just so much fun. So I'm gonna come in this side. Oh, hey. Are you gonna make fun of me like I made fun of you during your video today? So I'm just using Kin as the liner, and we did the Emerald City underneath. All right, I'm gonna grab just a little bit more Stay, squirt it on my hand, dip into it, and I'm gonna take a little bit more Kin. Again, that's that purpley color. And I'm just gonna kind of tight line this bottom down here. So we've got the Emerald City down there, but now we're kind of adding the warmth and bringing that liner in down there as well. You guys see how fun it is to play with the warm and the cool colors and how they kind of play off of each other? And you'll see here in just a second when I add my mascara, and it's not such a distinct like warm and green, you'll be able to see how they really work together. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that mascara on. You guys can see the finished look here. And see how pretty that warm and the green play together. So once you've got your mascara on, it's not so obvious that you're like wearing green underneath and warm colors on top. It just gives a really unique, fun look to your eyes. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna finish off with a little illuminator. And I've been filling my pearl illuminator, that's the white one. Lately, I think just, again, just kind of brightening everything up. Kind of hit that cheekbone good with it. Hit under that brow bone. Don't let your chubby fingers go too low and mess up your pretty eye makeup you just did, like I can sometimes do. All right, now we're gonna finish off with a little stay spray. Woo. You wanna get excited for summer, just spray some stay spray. I swear, it just smells like summer and makes me so happy. All right, we need a lip color. We need a lip color on here. I'm thinking, what should we use for lips? I'm kind of thinking we go sandstone. Hey, Sade. So sandstone is this pretty red tone here. I'm just going to kind of line my lips with it. Thank you. So if you're just joining, we were doing my Hello Spring palette, which is these fabulous colors here. Let's see them. So we have Emerald City, On Wednesdays, Kin, and Bubba. So we use Bubba as the base color. My mascara, guys. Lash Boost is for real. It made my eyelashes so long, now I always get mascara up here. We used Bubba as the base. We used On Wednesdays on the inside to warm things up, Kin to give some depth back here, and then we brought the Emerald City underneath to kind of give it a different color punch underneath. And then we used Kin again as our liner to bring in that warmth. So we didn't use any like black liner. We only did fun, pretty, warm, springy colors. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my petal and add a little depth. So I kind of lined with my thick, heavy line was the sandstone. And now I'm coming back in with that petal to add the color and blend it out. So it kind of gives a little bit of a like more ombre kind of look to your lips. That's what I do when I can't decide what color to use. All right, and that's it. So, you're digging my tunes. Can you actually hear them? I always feel like I have music going when I'm doing my makeup, and I always feel like I can never hear it if I like watch the playback or something. So if you're interested in this, oh good. The colors are individually $14. So to get this cute little eyeshadow palette, Hello Spring, is $56, and then you get the compact with it. And you can choose any of our designs that you like for your compact. And because this is part of my customer appreciation special this month, if you order it this month before the end of April, then you get a free gift with your purchase. So you can message me, you can use the link and order that way if you want to, but let me know if you guys have any questions, if you need any help. If you try out this look, I would love to see it. And thanks for joining me. See ya.